Hey everybody, what's up? How's it going? I hope you all are having a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I want to say I am blessed and thankful for this day, that I'm still alive, and that it's been a little family time this afternoon, and I decided to head home, um, relax, do a little bit of nothingness for a little while, and probably, go over to my gym, train there, or I might do a workout tonight. At my place. I don't know yet. I done cardio last night, so I'm gonna probably have to do like probably some weightlifting. I do both. I do weightlifting and cardio. As you can tell in most of my videos, I do boxing. I do taekwondo drills. I do karate. Um, I train in those three arts pretty much. I even training a little bit of Wing Chun, but I'm not really a pro at it. I when I was staying in Kansas City at the time, um, I went to this class and I seen online they was doing free Wing Chun classes, and I was just like, all right, I want to give this guy a try. I mean, so I went to his house and he did it in his garage. He was very nice, very friendly, didn't charge for lessons. Um, he was just willing to learn with anybody and everybody on what styles they know. And, I trained with him for about a month. And then I ended up, after that month, I ended up moving and I really liked it. I really liked the Wing Chun system on how he was teaching it, but it's just that I just couldn't finish the lessons on it. So it kind of sucks when it seems like every time I go to a school, either I'm always moving or the school just doesn't fit me anymore, and because they ain't really teaching on what I want to learn. But the Wing Chun school, he was teaching me on what I was wanting to learn. He knew a lot about fighting. He knew a lot about uh, different combat aspects of an instructor. Um, I told him what I was really looking for. I said, I'm a short guy. I like close in fighting. I like to grapple if I, can on some things. I like to do takedowns and stuff like that. But um, so basically, when it comes to fighting, I pretty much, I'm basically an enclosed person when it comes to fighting because I'm short, I'm small. I don't really stay on the outside. I'm more of an inside. That's the thing. That's just more my game. Once I get in, there's no getting out. Get me out of there. Because if I'm on the inside, I'm staying there until the other guy is done for. Um, but the thing with this, it's just that when I told him that, he kind of knew what type of fighter I was, and he's like, he asked me, "Have you ever done Wing Chun?" I kind of just paused and I said, "I've heard of it, but no, I have never done Wing Chun." And he says, "Well, that's what I'm going to teach you." And I was like, "Okay, you know, I'll give Wing Chun a try." And at first, I thought it was just all weird, because it was invented by a woman, and it was invented by a woman on an ancient time China, and by by a nun, and then it man became her student, and she taught him that, and he became the well-known master of Wing Chun, in which he thought, well, with me being small and me being like short and everything because of my height, he said I do have the speed of a fighter. And he said, but I think you ought to do Wing Chun. He said that'll be more suitable to your body type. So I was like, okay, well, that was the first style that Bruce Lee ever did before he ended up doing Jeet Kune Do, transferring his art to Jeet Kune Do, or prefers the fighting method trilogy. Then it was the Tao of Kung Fu. Then it was the Tao of Jeet Kune Do. He transformed his art into Tao of Jeet Kune Do. So he was teaching me a lot of the things that Bruce Lee was doing, pretty much, and in the Wing Chun class. And when he was teaching me it, I couldn't really get the Wing Chun stance down. But he said, "What is your fighting stance? How do you stand to fight?" And he saw my stance, and my stance is more of like a boxer stance, but it's more of like the Jeet Kune Do stance, pretty much anymore, because it's my stance is like the Jeet Kune Do, but because I like the lightness on how it provides, and I like the balancedness of the stance. And he kind of seen that, and he's like, "I'll work with you on that, where you can use your Wing Chun, my Wing Chun, in that stance." So, I mean, I only did it about a month, but I took everything that I learned in Wing Chun from the man, and I still train on it to this day. And I even watched him do a little bit of wooden dummy work, and he even taught me a little bit of wooden dummy work. So what the moves that I do on the wooden dummy is what he taught me. So, and what I combined it within my boxing. And most people nowadays, they say, "Oh, Wing Chun is just like boxing." No, Wing Chun is not like boxing. Wing Chun has kicking. They have eye gouging. They have trapping hands. They have. Sometimes they might have it. It might have an elbow in it. You can use knee in Wing Chun. You can use kicks. Boxing, it's just punching. I don't care if you say boxing is like just like Wing Chun. I'm sorry, it's not. Wing Chun is a total different art than boxing. And it's more of a relaxed art. And it's not really about like striking hard. It's more about speed than power. It's more about speed than strength. And that's what the guy was telling me. He said I had a lot of power in my techniques, and he said the hardest thing that you have to know about Wing Chun is to learn to relax when doing your movements. And I always had trouble with it. And he always said it's not about power, it's about speed. The power comes later within Wing Chun. And it took me a while to realize that. And then I kind of, after relearning on what he said to me and trying to remember on what he said to me on that point, the other night, I actually learned not to really be tensed up when doing Wing Chun, when I'm practicing it, because I combine it in with my boxing and I combine Wing Chun together. And so boxing and Wing Chun together to make up my own art. Plus, I even do that in karate and taekwondo. I combine the two, even though they're really the same arts. Even though taekwondo and karate are basically taekwondo came from karate pretty much. So there you have it. People always say, "Oh, this style is better than that style." People always say this style is better than that style. Well, to me, when it comes down to fighting, um, I don't really care about what the name of the style is. If I could learn something out of each system, even if it's just a little bit, even if it's just out of books or off of videos online, um, other discussions from other people, on fighting, you know, if it's just a little tip, I'm down on that. So if you think that you got whatever style you're doing, you think it's like the best style out there, and you think it's like the number one system out there, well, yeah, that might be fine and dandy, but you know, it ain't about being the number one system out there. It's on how you train and how you fight in that system, and what you learn from that system, and how the coaches train you to be a good fighter. That's my belief. So like I said, when I did Wing Chun, I only did it about a month. I'm not a pro at it or anything like that. You know, I do my best, at what I do and what I'm capable of, and that's all that matters. As long as you're doing something, stay active, stay fit, stay in shape. Whatever it is, whatever it is. As long as you're doing something to stay active and being fit, I don't care if it's not martial arts. If you're doing some type of cardio, you're staying in shape. But if you want to learn martial arts, this is the channel to learn it on. I have been making instructional videos, and if you like my instructional videos, I made 4 so far. I'm gonna try to do more on instructional videos. I don't know if I'll do one on the bag yet. I might wait later on down the road, and I might actually get me a Wave Master eventually. I really like kicking on those things. I really like hitting on those things, and I don't mind doing the heavy bag, but sometimes a lighter bag is always good to train on, because it's like I said, it's always not about power all the time. It's more about speed too. So, and that's the thing. It's just on how you train. That's all it is. If you keep up your training, you are doing good. But it's on what you've learned from your training experience. That's how I see it. Seth McDonald for signing out. And you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving. And don't eat too much turkey. Don't eat too much food. But just be yourself and have a good time. Have a good time on your holidays and be safe. Peace.